God is dawn. Like and subscribe. Comment some night. Love in this light. Here's God is dawn. God is dawn. God is dawn. Peace world. Welcome, 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 or welcome back. I am Goddess Dawn. It's Monday, December 7th, 2020. And I am here to talk to you about a tragic story that I came across yesterday while online. It's the word that comes to mind. Let me get to it and come back with my commentary. I'm sharing my screen here. A 5-year-old was hit and killed after mother's boyfriend forced him out of car as punishment, sheriff says. And this is from December 1st. A 5-year-old boy was hit and killed by a car in Alabama this week after he was forced to exit a car on a busy highway as punishment for acting up, and that's in quotes. Russell County Sheriff Heath Taylor told CBS News. Taylor said the child, Austin Birdseye, was in the car Saturday night with his mother's boyfriend, who was driving on an exceptionally dangerous road when he forced the child out of the car. That night, state troopers and the Russell County's Sheriff's Department responded to calls about a pedestrian being hit on Highway 165. It says, once we got there, we realized that it was a young child who had walked out into the road, Taylor told CBS News on Tuesday. The responding officers soon found out how the child ended up on that busy highway. Brian Starr, who is in a relationship with Austin's mother but is not his biological father, had taken the boy on a drive to calm him down, again in quotes, after he acted up at home, the sheriff said. He was acting out, and so Mr. Starr pulled off the road and told him to get out of the car, Taylor continued. Now, this is 8 o'clock at night. It's raining, it's cold, and he tells the child to get out of the car. When the boy got out of the car and started walking, Starr lost sight of him, Taylor said, and the next thing he knows, he walked out into a very busy 4-lane and gets hit by an oncoming vehicle. Austin died later at the hospital. The boyfriend has been charged with murder, Taylor said. He has been arrested and is out on bond. Taylor said Starr is in the military and is stationed at Fort Benning in Georgia, which borders Russell County, Alabama. The sheriff said Starr could face 20 years to life if in prison if convicted. I definitely think Mr. Starr made a bad decision, Taylor said. I can understand trying to discipline a child. I don't understand putting a child out in the rain and losing sight of the child. That's what is just mind-boggling to me. I don't know what he was thinking. Taylor said Starr lives off of Highway 165 and knows how congested the road is. For him to put a child in the area on purpose and intentionally tell the child to get out of the car, I'm struggling to follow the mindset here. Taylor said, I hope it serves as a lesson to parents. There's a way to discipline your child, but we have to do it the right way, and we can't do it in a way that's going to potentially bring them harm. The sheriff, who was not at the scene, said deputies reported Starr was remorseful. They said you could tell he was upset. I don't know that was certainly his intent originally to do that, but his actions caused the death ultimately with Austin. Taylor said he was going to speak to Austin's mother, whom he did not name, again on Tuesday. He said he can't imagine what the mother is going through. Wow. Mothers, we've got to do a better job at protecting our children, a better job at picking the men who will be around them, and in some cases, let them take charge in a parental sense. Or how about don't have kids? Birth control does work. Abstinence even works even better. The mother's boyfriend killed this 5-year-old child. The mother's boyfriend, not the father of the child, not the mother's husband. And he's a military guy who lives on a base. So To me, that says he maybe doesn't spend a lot of time with the child. He had him get out of the car on a busy highway, and the child probably wanted to get as far away from the man as he could and ended up walking right into the middle of the busy 4-lane highway. He had no business there in the first place. He was 5 years old. A 5-year-old is an innocent, precious child who nothing but what they're taught. And then the child suffered and didn't die until he got to the hospital. This is a horrible accident. The mother has now lost her child forever. The boyfriend will hopefully spend the rest of his life in jail, but I have a feeling he won't. It just sounds to me like he may be white, and you know how that goes. You could even hear the empathy in the sheriff's voice in the quotes he was stating here. A bad decision and all this stuff. And he's out on bail. Like, how much was his bail? This is definitely a cautionary tale for all parents. Use your common sense. Life is precious, especially that of an innocent child. Gather your patience when you feel frustrated. I know with COVID, quarantining and things can get rough, but be sure to find a space you can escape to every now and then to take some deep breaths and regroup, even if it's in the bathroom or your car. Light a candle and some incense and relax. Take a bath, take a shower, let the water renew you. Listen to soothing music, some old school R&B or classical. That works for me. Do as much self-care as you can get away with to make sure your energy tank is full, or at least halfway. Hug your children, be blessed that they're safe and alive. Cover them in prayer. It's a cruel world out there. They shouldn't be faced with cruelty at home, of all places. Protect them at all costs, mothers. I'm going to leave it here. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Thank you, as always, for your time. Like, share, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. Peace, world.